Poco F2 Pro, aka the Redmi K30 Pro. We are going to go into what some of the differences between these two devices are, which device you should get, and then my software experience with it since I've been using this current ROM. The only difference between these two devices is some minor differences in storage configurations. With the Poco F2 Pro, if you want the 6GB of RAM version, it's going to be LPDDR4X RAM. You're still going to get UFS 3.1 storage if you buy the 128GB version of it, which is really, really nice. Also, the 8GB 256 variant of this device is the only other storage variation available, and that device is going to have LPDDR5X RAM as well as UFS 3.1, and it is going to be the identical hardware that we have on the Redmi K30 Pro, 8GB of RAM, 256 gigabytes of storage. Other than that, and the bands, we're going to have a different color for the back of the device. If you guys know anything about these devices, they're made with one sheet of glass in the back, and then it uses kind of a vinyl sticker or another kind of paint scheme on the back of the device to give it that certain look. Hardware is going to be identical though. Cameras are going to be identical, and there's going to be no Poco F2 Pro Zoom Edition. So if you want OIS on either of the cameras, then you should buy the Redmi K30 Pro Zoom Edition from China. Now, I'm already seeing this device for pretty cheap online, and I'll link to some of the places that you can get this in the description down below. But if you're wondering if you should get the Redmi K30 Pro or the Poco F2 Pro, as long as band compatibility for you is totally fine, there's no difference in my opinion. Now, in regards to the software that I've been using, it's been Xiaomi EU. That's based on the China beta weekly builds. And it's really important to note that with the China beta based software, you're going to get more app updates and you're going to get like more optimization. Because Xiaomi no longer has their global software beta testing program, the development for the global software is slower than it is on the China software. For any people that know, for anyone that knows, Xiaomi used to have a global beta testing program as well as a China one. They've since abandoned the global one. But if we look here on this device, you guys can see we have the app vault. We have full OK Google integration. If we want the Google feed, we have that as a setting on the device. For anyone that's curious about ROMs, I have videos about ROMs for this device, and I'll link them up here. If you're trying to figure out which device to buy, check your bands, and if you're the kind of person that enjoys rooting, custom ROMs, stuff like that, then get the China variant. If this is totally new to you and you don't want that, you just want to buy the device, set it up, and use it normally, then it might be worth the extra money to get the Poco F2 Pro. In my opinion though, if you're going to be buying the Redmi K30 Pro, the 8GB 128 variant is really the sweet spot to have, as it does give you the top of the line specs in regards to UFS 3.1 and LPDDR5X, but it's a little bit cheaper than the 256GB variant of the device. And on top of that, we're already seeing development for Evolution X ROM on this device, as well as other Xiaomi MIUI based ROMs, which makes me think that we're going to have a really great development community, and I'm really excited to try out different ROMs. And if you guys want to see videos about ROMs for this device, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And it is worth noting that because the hardware on these devices is virtually the same, we're going to have a pretty fast development cycle since it's already started for this device. Now it's time to read some of your lovely comments from the last video about this. Diego Soros, yeah, fuck you, clickbaiter. As we've discussed, these devices really are the same, and the only difference in them is very, very minor. On top of that, Jonathan says, what a loser, he's not even reviewing the unit. As I said in the beginning of yesterday's video, I wanted to talk about this device from two perspectives. The perspective of a Poco F1 owner and the perspective of a Redmi K20 Pro owner, since that's going to be the people who are looking to buy this device primarily. Sugar Daddy 69, classy name. Yeah, why not just write long-term review today? Phone was literally announced 2 days ago. What you have is a Chinese K30 Pro with a basement custom-made OS. That's not a Poco F2 Pro. As we've discussed, Xiaomi EU, one of the top-of-the-line ROMs for Xiaomi devices if you want constant updates and you want all of the optimizations. Fuck, this is no Poco F2 Pro. Buy it and review. This is K30 Pro. Those are not the same. We've discussed they are the same. So which phone do you recommend me to buy? Redmi K30 Pro or Poco F2 Pro or Redmi K20 Pro? I think that if your budget is around $300 or so and you can get the K20 Pro for $300, it's a great buy even today, especially with the custom ROMs that we have for it and all of the optimizations that come with it, such as Evolution X, and I'll have a video to Evolution X videos right here. And I think that if you don't want to put out the money for the K30 Pro, or you don't really care about cameras and you just want a device like for gaming, the K20 Pro is still a great device to get. Christian said, I wanted a high refresh rate and an AMOLED display. That's all I wanted. Holy fuck, they ruined the legacy. Yes, I agree. King Bree said, Mi 9T Pro better for gaming. No, it's not better. It's got the older GPU. Greg said, honestly disappointed with all the Poco phones of this year. All of them are just advertising as brand new, specifically made Poco phone fan phones, but this is really just the expensive K30 Pro. I got the K30 Pro Zoom Edition and I'm glad, etc., etc. By the way, any updates on the Baseus magnetic charging cables? Video about that coming out soon. Guys, that's going to wrap up the video. Till next time, it's been Mitchell coming to you from Hanoi. Peace.